Welcome everyone. How you doing today? It's Monday morning. I can't believe I'm already done with work. Done with work already, and I only had work like 4 hours this morning. That's all right. Gives me more time to paint. Anyway, there's this. I put black gesso on the back of this painting. I've been showing people this because it makes the canvas really tight. Look how tight that is. Sounds like a drum. Hear that? It makes it really nice and easy to paint on. If you ever, I'm the only one that's really teaching that. That'll be in my book. But it makes the canvas nice and tight. Look at that. It makes it really easy to paint on, for one, and it keeps the light from getting through, which that you'll figure out on your own if you ever do that. Because you don't have to use black gesso, you can use white, or you can even use acrylic paint on the back. But the gesso is better because it's just made for canvas, so it won't like stretch and it won't fall off, you know. Let me get started. Today I'm going to use, just going to paint, improvise for you today, but I'm going to put a light green color underneath today. Let me shut the bubbles off. I just remembered I got the bubbles on there. Shut the bubbles off and zoom this in just a bit for you. Yeah, well, good morning. I like doing live streams, as you probably can tell if you're already subscribed to the channel. I do quite a few of them because they're just fun, and I get to chat with everybody if they come in. I don't know how I'll put my phone up here so I can see the chat room. It says that it should be pretty busy around this time on YouTube, on the YouTube editor studio thing. It says there's a lot of people on YouTube right now, which I find that hard to believe on a Monday. You're probably all at work right now, I think. But this is a nice green. This is sap green with, I used Indian yellow to lighten it up, believe it or not. And I think it's probably got a little titanium white in there. But this is going to be the underpaint. Then I'll improvise. I'll sketch something on here like I usually do with my knife, using burnt umber or something. Probably burnt umber. This one's gonna go pretty quick because this is a 12. This is a 12 by 12, and it shouldn't go long. I'm using a pretty big filbert brush. I'm gonna try and paint loose today. Real loose. Which I probably don't even need to really sketch anything out, but what I mean by loose, let me show you. I just want to throw my mountains up there, kind of, like this. Throw some color up there for mountains like that. That's what I mean by loose. And then I'll just use this color to sketch something in real quick. So maybe I'll have a hill coming down here, and have one coming here, and then that'll give me some kind of valley in there. And let's see, maybe we'll run like something coming this way, like that. Such a small painting. That's about all I'll need. Just a couple hills like that. Then I'll put some cool clouds up there. All right, so that's about all I need there. Let me give that just a second to dry because I don't want to paint if that's wet up there. But there's my mountains, believe it or not. My mountains in the back. I guess I can finish the valley. Let me put some. I think I want to put blue down here in the valley. I'm using ultramarine blue for the sky, so I'll put a little blue down in here. This is painting really loose here. We'll see, however it turns out, it turns out. I'm a little tired still. But I'm relaxed. I'm relaxing right now. All right, there's some blue down in there. I see it. Yep, those are going to be my mountains. Really, 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 really loose mountains. I'll show you why I did that, because now I could come up here and I can pick out certain peaks up in here, like this. And maybe have like some rugged mountains back there. I think it's going to end up looking pretty good. Look at that. Who would have thought those would be mountains? But I think they're going to come out looking pretty good. Mountains are fun. If you're a beginner, they take a little practice, but once you get the hang of them, I mean, you'll get it. Like these, I'm going to turn these into cliffs here by mixing a little blue and white. I've been doing landscapes for a long time. they're my landscapes they're always changing for the better, I hope. So see these white lines I just kind of put in here? If you just put a little color underneath it like this, I'm gonna have to gray that up just a little because it's almost the same color as it's almost the same color as the mountain. I have to blue it up a little. I'll just make it blue so it shows up better. So underneath this white, just pull blue just underneath the white. You can hear that canvas, how tight it is, man. It's so awesome when the canvas is tight like that. It makes it so much easier to paint on. It really does. Look at that. Doesn't that look cool already? Wow. I'm trying to paint loose today, so everything just doesn't look like so perfect. That's the one good thing about landscapes. They usually come out looking like impressionism. Mountains take a little practice. You just got to know where to put this shade color. You got to know where to put your white for the snow. My snow is kind of soaking in because what I did, because I put my white up there pretty quick when I laid that underpaint down, but it still looks good. It's soaking in, but it's making the mountains look really cool. Look at that. Now you can keep working on the mountains. I usually do a little more after I shut the video off, but Stephanie, hello. Josh and Igor, how's it going, guys? I didn't think there'd be anybody in here today. I'm glad you showed up. I'll do like I'm just showing how I do my mountains, but sometimes you can make these stand out a little more by taking a little dark color just underneath the where the white is and add a little dark color like this. To really make those peaks stand out more. It gives the mountain a little more dimension. And I usually try and hit it underneath the white, where I have the white. This is like adding a little extra shadow underneath the white. See how it made that stand out a little more? It gave it a little more depth. And you can work on your mountains till you get it the way you want it. This is just a dark color. I'm kind of adding it underneath white sections where the shade would be. And it really helps the mountain look a lot deeper, like it goes in more. It's hard to explain. It'll be in my book. If I can get someone to write a book for me. But anyway, there's the mountain. If you guys just came in, this is a green undertone. I just put a light green underneath just to get a different tone underneath there. That's all. It's supposed to help. You can this. I'm going to blend in a little bit of the bottom of the mountain here to soften it up. It's kind of like I used to do this when I used oil paint. Just the lower section here. It helps soften it up. It gets rid of all the hard edges too. There we go. That looks pretty good. Let me put my sky in now. I'm going to use some blue, and I want it mostly clouds in there today, but I'm going to have a little blue. See how that green kind of shows up in there a little bit? You can use a lot of different color undertones. You just got to experiment with different colors, that's all. You don't even have to use an undertone, but it does help. I'm doing this one today. I already went to work. I got off early today, so I figured I'd do a quick live stream. I might leave some of that green around the mountain. It might look like it's like a sunset or something. We'll see. You try put a little darker blue in there. There we go. That looks good. Yeah. All right, I like that. So I only have 3 hills today. This should go pretty quick. I think I'm gonna do this will be dark green here. I'll probably do a light green here. I'll do yellow ochre here and a dark green here. So I'm going to block this hill in with the green. So I'm using sap green. Just going to block it in for now. I'll have some trees up there eventually. I'm going to lighten up the back. There we go. Wow. Look at that. It's looking good already. Improvise. Are you guys artists? Josh, Stephanie, Igor? Yeah, that's why I'm trying to make it look easy so I can get people interested in doing art, you know. It's really relaxing. Get away from the crazy world for a while. There we go. Maybe I'll put some pink in there. All right, on. Good. Yeah, I'm here to tell you I can sell these. I live in Seattle. We have all these Saturday markets. I don't know where you live, but in the summer, we have Saturday markets. And some of them you can sell art. Some of them they just sell vegetables, but hopefully this year there's one right down the street from my house I'll be able to sell there. These ladies got together and started an art group. So we'll be able to sell our art on the next street over from the vegetable street. It's going to be pretty cool. Because when I go out, I sell at Summerfest, people still buy the landscapes. They like landscapes still. I tried to sell my abstract art. It was a little harder. The landscapes are easier to sell, believe it or not. This is Indian yellow with white in it. I got this from Artist Loft. It's a pretty cool Indian yellow. It's almost like orangey looking. Doesn't that look cool? It kind of reminds me of yellow ochre, but it's a little brighter. But look at that. It goes pretty good with that green. Man, that looks good. I'm going to have to use that more often. This Indian yellow. Yeah, good. I still got like a whole tube of it. Indian yellow by Artist Loft. Unfortunately, they don't sell this level 3 anymore. They only sell level 2 where I live. And they don't have an Indian yellow in the level 3 or level 2. It's a nice color. I bet if I put a little orange in yellow ochre, I can get this same color, I bet. I like using a light color like this because when I put a dark tree over it, it really stands out on top of that color. Yeah, you gotta. Oh, you're in Arkansas. Right on. They're fixing up Seattle right now for all the tourists. They're almost done down there on the piers, like Pier 56, and they're kind of making it like Louis, they're gonna make it like New Orleans, where you can just walk. You don't need to have a car or anything. You can walk and hit all these places on the waterfront. It's gonna be pretty cool. But they're still down there working on it. Yeah, I really like yellow ochre, and I mix like burnt umber together. That's my favorite to do. It's really really looks good together. So I'm gonna make this dark. Uh, you guys missed the beginning, but I gesso the back of this. I don't know if you've ever seen that. It prevents the sunlight from getting through the paintings, and it makes it really tight, the canvas. I don't think you guys saw the beginning of the video, but there's black gesso on the back, and this canvas is so tight, it's unbelievable. I got a video on my page that shows you how I do it, because you can mix that gesso down with water. It doesn't have to be you can mix 25% water with it, and it doesn't take much to put that on the back. It took me like 30 seconds to gesso the back of this. And it prepares the canvas, because these canvases I got from Michael's, they're kind of cheap and they're really flimsy. So if you want to really tighten it up before you start painting on it, just gesso the back of it. You can use white too if you have white, or you could put a little black, acrylic black, into your white gesso to make it dark. The reason I do it, because when I'm selling these in the summertime and someone picks it up and the sun shines through it, it it looks bad. I'd show you how it looks in the light, but all these light areas show up, and it shows all the imperfections. So by putting that black on the back, they won't see any of that, and they'll see what they see right here. Won't be any light getting through. It's a good little trick. Alright, this is going to be my foreground. This way I can put some big trees up in here. I'm going to put some hills in here real quick. before I get going. All right, good. Good, good, good. Cool. Let's see how that looks in the frame. Wow. I like the way the mountain came out. I don't know if you saw the beginning, but I just slapped gray up there. I didn't try and make any peaks or anything. I just went like that, and then I made the peaks with my knife. I put snow up there. It was pretty cool. So it makes the mountains look like more rugged. Instead of like here, I just made like pyramids, you know. This looks more rugged, more natural. The grunge music, yeah. I play in two bands and we cover a lot of Nirvana songs. Let's see, I think I'm gonna put some distant trees back here. Coming up this hill. Just some small. Some kind of trees back there because I want to put bushes here so I can run some big trees up here. Uh, it's a smaller canvas, so I got to remember to make these bushes a little smaller than I usually do. Look at that. That's gonna look good. Then I'll probably put uh, some bushes here coming down this hill, and then have a larger tree over here on this side. This is a mixture of, this is burnt umber and black. I've been using like a brown for my trees, and then I'll highlight them. I used to use sap green and black, but now I'm using burnt umber. Uh, I change off here and there. But look at how that looks on top of that yellow, Indian yellow. It looks cool. The contrast on it. Wow, it's gonna look good. Yeah, yeah. I like to blend this lower part in. You gotta do it pretty quick because acrylic paint dries fast. I just took a clean brush and blended the bottom a little bit. It gives it like a soft look behind these hills, you know. I'm gonna have I want a taller tree here. Yeah, that'll look good. And then I'm gonna put a small one here because I don't want to cover that mountain. There we go. That looks good. It's looking good. Looking good. I'm gonna take a breather here. Let me show you some of my effects here that YouTube gives me. The old bubbles. It's coming out pretty good for I improvise all my paintings. I don't follow like a picture or anything. Look at those, even those distant trees look cool. Way back there, those distant trees. I got to remember sometimes you don't want to cover, you got to keep in mind what you have back here. You don't want to cover all this work you did. Like, I did a lot of work on these mountains. I don't want to cover the mountains up with something. because I think those mountains came out pretty good. I still got to put clouds up there. Oh man, I'm already putting trees in there. I'm going to move the camera here because I want to do that other tree. Yeah, these will look good too. I'll probably highlight those. I'm not sure. I kind of like the way they look dark, but I got to put a little light on them. Man, having this canvas really tight, it really helps. It really helps out a lot. Biddy boo. Yeah, look at that. That looks good. I think I'm only going to put one tree on this side. One tree, and I'll put some twigs here. Wow. Pretty good for a simple landscape. I kind of like them dark. I think I'm going to leave them dark, man. I usually highlight them, but man, I like that look for some reason. It's a dark brown is what it is, but man, I have to say I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna put a little white in there, just a little white, or like a little blue. I'm gonna mix a little blue with that color and just hit some highlights in here to give it some dimension. It's like putting a dress on. There we go. That way it doesn't take away from the darkness. So that was a little blue mixed into this brown color. And I'm just kind of hitting the top parts of the branches. That way they stay dark. I want them to stay dark. Perfect. Same thing with here. I'm just going to use blue. A little blue. Uh, Mixed into that brown. I should use the orange ochre on here. I'll put the orange ochre on those back there. If it's too much, I'll just change it. I think it'll be all right. It's kind of mixing into the brown. That looks pretty good though. It's not too bright. Boom, boom, boom. I like it. I like it a lot. Daniel, how you doing? I have some like raw sienna. Is that what it's called? Yeah, because I want to make this look a little brown here, I think. Might be too much. Yeah, I think that'll work. That'll work. Get a little dirt underneath those bushes there. I don't know why I'm using the fan brush. Pretty cool. I, I see. I think I need a few trees right here in the distance. Uh, I think I want to put them on this hill here. Uh, ba-da-ba, ba-da-da-da-ba. Feel like playing my guitar. one more tree here, I think. There we go. There we go. That looks pretty good. I'm surprised I don't have any water in here. I usually have like a river or something in here. This came out pretty good. Wow. It's really taking shape now. I could turn this into a little pathway. This section right here. I like improvising. I still got to do my clouds. I keep forgetting about the clouds. I think I'm done putting in, that's enough bushes and trees. So I highlighted this with blue, Indian, so I'm going to do green on these here, a light green. Yeah. Sap green with white in it. Hopefully it looks good. Let's see. Yeah, that'll work. Good enough. I gotta fix this here. So I gotta find my green that I had before. Probably make it darker. Still using a fan brush. I don't know why I'm using a fan brush. Ba-da-ba, ba-da-da-da-ba. All right, it looks good. It's really dark down here, but I don't have yellow out. That's why. I don't have any yellow on my palette. That's why the grass looks so dark, you know. I'm just gonna kind of create light with white. It'll be all right. All right. I like that. Something different. That's about it. What did I say I was gonna do? Oh, the clouds. Clouds. I'm gonna leave that like that. I kind of like that bright spot right there in the middle. I know it doesn't have any like depth to it, but I kind of like it. Maybe it needs some kind of color change from between here and here, but I'm gonna leave it, I think. It's almost like it needs another line through here. Uh, Something. Or I'm gonna do some of my easy clouds, people, because I like the way the sky looks. I'm gonna start with some up here. These are my streaker clouds I do occasionally. Wow, that looks pretty cool. What kind of art do you do, Stephanie? I know a lot of people do abstract art. No, I don't want to put any people in there. I see that. I put maybe a rabbit in there or something, but no, I don't want to put any people in there. I would mess it up if I did that, honestly. These are real simple clouds, like if you're a beginner, these are like perfect clouds to do. You just put in the top part and then pull the bottom one way or the other. just streaker clouds. You can do different colors. Like I could probably put a blue cloud in here. It would look pretty good. Over this like yellow. That came out pretty good for Monday morning. Wow. It's got a lot of contrast, man. A lot of contrast. But that's, I kind of like contrast. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that there. Maybe if I lighten up the bottom here. There we go. That helped it out a little. That white will just soak in and turn to a different type of yellow. All right, guys, I'm almost done. I'm going to throw a few birds and twigs in there, and let's see how good my liner brush is working today. I usually don't have enough patience for my liner brush. You got to get the right mixture of paint and water, and you got to get it right on the tip of your brush for it to flow right. Well, I hope you guys like this one. I think it came out pretty good. Came out pretty good. I gave that one bird pretty big wings there. Pretty cool. Do 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 do. Well, cool. I hope you guys subscribe. Because if you subscribe, it'll tell you the next time I do a live. There we go. That's all I'm going to do on it today. Let's see. I'll give you a front shot of it. Wow. Not not bad for a little over an hour. All right on, Daniel. Yeah, no, man, there's still people that love landscapes still. I haven't tried that flow art. I just don't have enough room to do flow art. Thanks, Stephanie. Yeah, I like doing landscapes still. I do some abstract, but my landscapes seem to sell. Every time I go out, I'll start putting them on the table, and they'll be buying them before I even set up. So they still like them. Right on. Alright, it's time for the dance lights because this one is done. I appreciate you guys being in the chat room. That was awesome. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you on the next live stream. Cheers.